The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, we're back and it's another Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about love and relationships.
Because really, that's what helps the society.
Yes,
Love and
that's part of
relationships.
social development. Because if you're with a crappy partner, you won't be able to fulfill your duties as a Filipino citizen. Wow!
And that concludes our episode.
Thank you for watching.
Okay, I was reading this because this is our topic. We Googled some statistics on marriage,
To impress
relationships,
you.
and happiness. Kasi hindi lang naman si Lynn parati yung may baon eh.
Thanks.
So yung baon ko today is, did you know
Excited na siya! It's your moment. It's your moment to shine.
that in the last, my gosh, since 1920, there has been an unbelievable, parang the highest decline of marriages na tipong in 1,000 US women, 1,000 women based in the US, only 31, as in 31, get married.
Only out of 1,000.
Oo, yun. Tama yung stats. Wait, halatang hindi sanay magbigay
Why?
ng
What are the
stats.
reasons that they cited?
I did not get that far into the article because I read another article which made me happier, and that was that cheating is not as common as you think or as it's played out to be. And then in the course of your relationship, kung kunyari mas matagal kayo than let's say you last for longer than a year together, there's only 6% chances in your 1 year together na mag-cheat yung isang partner. And if it extends longer than that, the risk goes up to 25%, which for me read as 75%. There's a 75% chance that your partner will stay faithful to you. Which is kind of cool, right? Syempre, we go for 100.
Of
But
course.
nakaka-quell siya ng anxieties.
But I can believe, going back to the decreasing marriage rates, I can believe it. Kasi before, that was your way to financial security.
For women.
For women.
Yeah.
Diba? Syempre,
I
women
will
have
disagree.
to...
But,
No, in the 20s,
Right.
Like,
1920s.
yeah. So, I guess now that women are becoming more empowered, it's not such a... Of course, you don't get married to be able
although
to...
you know what it says there that yung sa mga nag-cheat at saka dun sa mga kinasal, mas stable ang babae financially kapag kasal. Which I guess is contrary to the
Moment
single
of silence.
empowered, and climbing the economic ladder.
My mom
Stereotype.
always gave this advice. You should never lose your FU money or your FU power, which means it's your ability to walk away from a marriage.
Okay, what is FU, Lynn?
Fuck you, money.
Okay. Yeah, we can
I
say
don't
that parang-
believe that.
Yeah.
Na parang she was just saying na she thinks that as much as
I've
possible,
heard of that, yeah.
don't be 100% financially dependent on your husband. I guess my mom is very pragmatic in that sense.
My
na-
mom also says that.
But that's having at the back of your head that one day we are going to break up.
Yeah,
Then why not
that's
just,
true.
if your relationship is working out now, a good indicator would be that, should we break up one day, this is how our finances are gonna split.
Like a prenup.
Hindi yung
So you
parang
don't
ngayon
believe
pa lang.
you don't believe in prenups.
I'll think about that some more later. But on the FU money, parang for me, hindi siya, I won't go as far as giving it the credit of that's to be practical.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a cop-out on relationships.
For me naman, I don't see it as like trying, like seeing at the back of your mind na you're gonna lose whatever. For me, the FU money, pinagtanggol yung nanay.
Tita! Tita,
Baka mawalan tayo ng one more fan.
Then na lang yung viewers natin magiging 9 pa. Oh.
No, like I think for her also, it's more than just your financial ability, but also what you bring into the marriage, I guess, na
She
doesn't
don't bring that
she
in. Di ba
doesn't-
sinisecret mo siya? May secret kang bank account.
Hindi,
Ganon.
yung parang source mo of income. Na parang I think for her more like, it's not, don't lose yourself completely.
Okay, sorry. I was thinking of a different concept. Yung narinig ko naman kasi is meron kang secret savings account.
Na hindi mo sinasabi
Na
kay
hindi mo
husband.
dinedeclare, oo.
I think it's more of yun nga, parang your ability to sustain your own lifestyle. Kunwari, monthly periods mo, you wanna buy your sanitary...
Charva.
Yeah. Parang...
Sa'yo na yun.
Oo, imbes na hihingin mo. I guess that's her point. And yun nga, what you bring into the marriage, meaning, you always have like, you don't lose yourself, you don't lose your passion, na parang, just because you got married. Although some people do, di ba? I think that's just her advice for her daughters, not the person.
Ako meron akong secret bank account. Pero walang laman. Kaya secret.
Pangalan lang.
Yung passbook. Okay, now we'll move on to our top 5. And for this week, we decided to look at movies that show different aspects of a relationship. So first, we have 50 First Dates.
Sorry, we chose these movies specifically because we found in them the characters displayed traits that we find are keepers, or what you'd call keepers. Jeepers keepers. Okay, 50 First Dates. Kasi, di ba I remember always crying by the end of this movie pagka pinapalabas siya sa HBO. Kasi grabe yung... Have you seen it?
Yes.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Parang hindi naniwala.
Hindi, kasi I don't like it.
Me also.
Okay, why?
It's so unrealistic.
Ikaw muna yung why
is it unrealistic?
Because I don't think I would do that.
Well, so it's unrealistic for you to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So for me to see someone, because I'm not going to limit other people on what they can do.
Yeah,
Baka
absolutely.
sila. That's why nga for me, kung kunyari, gawin niya yun, wow, na mamahalin mo despite...
Every day.
And that's just... As siguro bilang someone who's married or... Uy, malapit na yung anniversary. Yun. It's an everyday thing. Alam mo yung flaws. I remember we were talking about... we had one of our dinners and then... we were talking about, totoo ba yan, kapag you get married, you're going to be, the bad trait of your boyfriend now will be amplified 100 times kapag kinasal na kayo. And I realized that it's the same thing for your partner.
Right.
Na whatever I know myself best and I know myself at my worst. So, I imagine my worst self amplified 100 times and then there's someone who's committing himself to me. So, medyo ganun yung para sa akin, yung sa 50 First Days. Although medically, iba naman yun. Yung sa ugali lang. Kaya I think that if someone is, if you're that way to a partner, or if your partner is that way to you, I think it's worth keeping the relationship. Next!
500 Days of Summer. This is mine.
I love this movie.
Actually, this is more of like the sad part. Na there's a line where Summer said, I just woke up one day and I knew. Tapos sabi niya, what? That what I was never sure of with you. And then sabi ni Guy, parang before, she couldn't even commit to a boyfriend and now she's married. So parang why not me? And then I think sometimes for you to be able to be happy, you have to learn to let go. Because nung na-meet niya si, Autumn? Winter? Okay. Autumn.
Ganda nung
Anyway,
winter.
nung na-meet niya si Autumn, it was the right time because he finally accepted that she just wasn't that into him.
Yeah.
Diba? And I think that's part of the traits that you need to have if you want to be in a relationship.
What I like about this movie is there's this part there, diba, na parang he tried to think about the relationship again and tried to imagine it on her point of view. She realized na he was only seeing it the way he wanted to see it, but he wasn't seeing na parang she was distant na pala, she wasn't happy na, so
sometimes when you're in a relationship, you see what you want to see.
Yeah.
But on the reality side, hindi naman ganon. So that's also what you have to do when you're in a relationship. You have to see the world in the other person's eyes. Yeah.
Next.
The Beautiful Mind. Akin din to. Sunod-sunod. Anyway, kasi I really love this movie.
I haven't seen
And
I love it
when
also.
he received his Nobel Prize at the end, he dedicated it to his wife and he said, "You are all my reasons." Kasi, you know, he is in that line between brilliant and insane. But he was more insane than brilliant because he really did a lot of crazy things. And his wife,
And
Jennifer Connelly.
He was schizophrenic.
Yeah, he was
right?
schizo. And she
Usually
really stayed
scientifically
with him
crazy.
and everything. And I think that's part of committing to someone, and especially someone who's brilliant, diba? And I think our guests will be able to talk about that.
Baka yan yung intellectual version ng ditzy and very pop 51st dates.
Oh, baka. So, there. Next.
Okay, trilogy to eh. So, di ba, our guest likes Laida Magtalas, it seems. And I think, I chose this movie because I liked how Laida Magtalas was in her relationships. Na she gave her all, na nanuyo siya, tapos sinaktan siya. Wow! Pero sa huli, di ba, na... She changed also kasi nga nasa
Wait, bakit she changed kasi?
Diba nga yung version 2.0? Ay, hindi mo na
Hindi ko napanood yan.
Okay.
Nag-break sila, and then she left.
Oo.
For Canada ba yun?
New York?
New York.
Oh, and then...
Oo. Pero magandang
Sige, panood.
attempt yung Canada.
Tapos nung bumalik siya, she was Lyra 2.0. Social na siya, maganda
May
na siya,
accent
may
na siya.
accent na siya.
Accent siya.
Marami na siyang connections.
Connections,
Diba?
correct.
So, yun.
Kinikilig yung
Maganda-
guest natin sa gilid.
I think nakakatuwa. I guess when you're in a relationship also, it's good to keep building yourself. And similar to what Anna was saying a while ago, na not just making that little bubble your world, and then she still kept pursuing herself after, especially after her breakup. So, sa end, syempre nagkabalikan sila. Pero maganda lang yung journey niya. And not all relationships naman are smooth sailing. Meron ka pa minsang mga super big blocks. And
Which is good
Yeah.
for you and your partner.
Yeah.
And I just really liked how she handled herself in that relationship na hindi siya tipong nag-los-los.
Ba't nawalan ka ng pupils?
Yun. Nakakatuwa lang.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite movies. It's called...
Of course, it's yours.
Of course, The King's
Kala ko sa'yo rin yung A Beautiful Mind.
Ay, sabihin nun. Okay, so The King's Speech, for those of you guys
I haven't
who don't
seen
know.
it.
Okay,
It's
so
really
I'll try not to spoil it for you, but it's based on the life of King George the Seventh, tama ba? The Sixth. And his wife, the Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. So the mom of Queen Elizabeth now. Right? And for those of you who don't know, this movie is actually about him. He needs to give a speech during wartime, during World War II, to inspire the British Army because they're gonna fight against Germany. But he stutters.
Okay.
So the story is mostly about how he gets over that fear of stuttering. But then, throughout the film, you see Helena Bonham Carter's character, so Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother. And what's amazing about her is that even though there are things she disagrees with,
Nagsastutter din siya, guys.
Gaya ko siya. Disagrees with, when they face the public, it's always a united front. Na parang whatever, she always stands by her husband's side. And I really love it because nga, I think
Very
that's
Hillary and Bill.
Yeah,
Clinton.
that's very important in the marriage. I'm not sure if you watched the last installment of the Before Sunrise
Yeah,
trilogy,
we watched
right?
it
We watched it
together,
together,
yeah.
right? Like, so parang there was a scene in Before Midnight na she was putting down her husband, na parang, and not making fun, as in talagang putting down in front of the public. And for me, I don't think that's something that a good wife should do. I think it's okay to make fun, but not yung talagang scrutinize, put down your
In
spouse
public.
people in public.
Nakaka-awkward siya sa ibang tao. It's not, if you think na makaka-relate sila or whatever, I usually cannot respond to women or men who put their partners down.
That's true.
Because
Sobrang awkward
I think more about the how this translates into the person speaking's character.
Right.
Than the other. Kasi dehado yung isang tao, hindi naman siya nagre-represent ng side niya, di ba?
Correct.
The other one saying na,
kasi selfish siya.
Yan. Tapos yung isa, sige, gusto mo pa-text mo sa kanya yung side
Yung reply
niya.
niya.
Oo.
At saka ngayon nga unfair kasi nga when you're married, like you said, everything is magnified 100 million times. Kasi nga you get to know each other in the most intimate way, diba? So parang unfair na you put down the person. When in fact, a lot of those is because you're seeing that flaws.
Umiiyak na
Those
si Bim.
flaws up close. Paiyak na ako.
At bago mag-iyakan tayo dito, we're gonna pause for a break. And when we get back, we will have the power couple of the development world.
Wow!
Okay.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. For those people with Apple mobile devices, first you need to download the podcast app. Once you download the podcast app, open it, and you should be taken to the featured page. Now, you look for the store button. Hit the store button, and after doing that, hit the search button. Put your cursor on it and type New Media Factory. All our shows should automatically appear. Pick your favorite or favorites, open it, and hit subscribe. And that's it, you're done. Congratulations and welcome to the New Media Factory family.
I don't know if you guys are familiar with a game Chubby Bunny, but
Wait.
have you played Chubby Bunny before?
No?
You put a marshmallow in your mouth, you say Chubby Bunny, and you keep putting it in your mouth, and you keep
Okay.
saying Chubby Bunny.
Okay,
Whoever
let's do
can
it.
fit the most in their mouth wins. But we're not gonna say Chubby Bunny. We're gonna have a conversation.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you, okay ka na ba?
Okay.
And you're gonna be like, okay na, okay na.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go.
2 at a time.
Alright, I'll learn to do this time. Okay ka na ba? What?
Okay na, okay na. I just saw it.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
Okay ka na ba?
Okay na, okay na.
What? Okay. No, not this question.
What you've been missing on The Factory.
Now we're gonna show you guys the new beta that just came out yesterday. Is God of War Ascension, the private beta
For
And-
PlayStation Plus.
PlayStation Plus.
Let's watch it, right? It's nice. Enrique playing already.
Yes.
Yep. There you go. And perfect timing. Perfect timing. Well, before that, I was kicking ass. So go with the theme of the show. How not to play.
It's Robot Rice and Friends with Alfonso Martinez, Mickey Han, and Nigel Zalameo. Fridays, 6 to 7 p.m. Only here on The Factory.
Okay, so since Barack and Michelle Obama weren't available, we decided to invite Mark
Alright,
and
sorry
Reese
about that.
Fernandez-Ruiz. So welcome to the show.
I mean, Reese and Mark any day talaga.
Is this your first time guesting on a show together? Say yes.
Yes. Yes, that was cute. You could have told that China before we started. Yeah, I think so.
So Mark and Reese are some of the country's most celebrated social entrepreneurs. And it's just so awesome that they're married to each other, right? So Mark is the co-founder of Happinoy and Reese is the founding partner, one of the founding partners of Rags to Riches. And both are social enterprises that
Awarded globally.
Yes, and they're both young global leaders of the World Economic Forum.
Were you in a relationship before you got into all your social entrepreneurial endeavors?
Life world-changing jobs.
Ladies first.
Really? Okay. No, actually. So we were starting Rags to Riches. That's how we got together. So it's building
Yeah.
relationships in a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, ano yan? What's our favorite time? We found love in a hopeless place.
Ganon.
Ang ganda.
Yes, guys.
And then
But now it's a hopeful place.
Why not? In more ways than one.
Yeah.
So doon na kayo nagka-developan.
Yeah, oo. Kasi it's not a very big industry. So when you said we're one of the celebrated, we're one of the celebrated in a very small town, which is, I guess, a good thing. But yeah, so we have the same values. So we would talk about how to pursue rags to riches, social entrepreneurship, and that's how it all gelled together.
How did he ask you out? Like, first of all, when did you realize na, oh, Reese, parang okay to?
Okay. Now this one, I think we should have coordinated. No, because we were working together basically.
Yeah.
And basically because of that, it's a very exciting environment. You're starting it out, diba? And I remember kasi one of the first things that happened in R2R was the big launch with Raho. That was November 22.
2007.
2007. And basically, parang daming mga sleepless nights before that. So we were preparing for it. And we just sort of like gelled. So parang hindi nga siya masyadong dating period. But it just basically happened.
So how did you ask her out?
I never asked her out in that sense.
She never,
How did
he never really, he never asked me out kasi talagang we were going out na. Because of the work.
We were bonding already.
Yeah.
And then parang, it was just one of those things actually na parang just happened seamlessly. So, yeah, so parang the launch was November 22 and we actually got together in December.
Yeah,
So
I wish
just
it was more
fast.
dramatic than that.
Yeah. But I guess
How did you
That's it.
define the relationship?
Well, I don't know. How do we say?
A notebook.
Yeah. No, kasi parang what happened, honestly, parang we actually just decided, let's just formalize it. Alam mo yun, yung parang...
Naglabas ng sigsig. Pumunta ng DTI.
Kumuha ng mga MOA. Kasi parang honestly, we were just so gelling together. We got very, very close.
Yeah.
Lalo na around the launch of R2R.
Yeah.
And then parang mga November, parang kami na hindi, na kami na. And then we said yung December, she was in Davao, parang ganun. Why don't we just make this thing more...
For real.
For real. Okay, it was real. It's never artificial, but parang more, alam mo yun eh.
Exclusive.
Yes.
And how long were you together before you got married?
3 years.
Oh,
Tama?
really?
Sorry.
Tama? So bad.
Opo.
I am so bad with
Yes ka na lang. Yes ka na lang.
But yeah, we got engaged after 2 years.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting story, yung engagement na.
Okay, why?
So anyway, kasi di ba we're...
Kinikilig kaming tatlo eh. Kinikilig mo mukha namin.
So kasi di ba parang we were both social entrepreneurs. And si Reese has the worst sense of direction ever. So kahit saan mo siya dalhin, hindi niya alam kung saan. So anyway, parang I was thinking of where to propose and where best... where best to propose to my lovely wife now rather than in a social enterprise.
Kulyon?
And so it was in Kulyon. So one of our co-founders, si Father Javi, was then assigned to Kulyon. And he had set up parang a Hotel Maya. And so basically, parang that might be a good place. Basically, a former leprosy island. And seriously, so
Very symbolic.
very symbolic. Very, very symbolic. But now, just to be clear, parang there are less than 6.
Yeah.
So yan. So
Found love in a hopeful place.
yeah, in a hopeful place. And so parang sabi ko, and then parang sabi ko, I wanted to surprise her, but I needed to do it in a date na hindi niya isiping proposal kagad. So Valentine's. So she thought it was a Valentine's surprise.
Yeah, because he always does that.
Yeah.
Like all of the different milestones in our lives, Valentine's, birthday, anniversary, meron siya laging surprise. So hindi siya parang out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
So like, normal na yan. So surprise, okay. I'm not expecting.
So in the best case yan, pupunta na kami sa tapos doon lang nag-gets, we're in the airport.
Yeah, I thought you were going to Batangas. So we're in the airport.
And then when we landed,
Grabe, hindi mo alam yung pupunta ng airport. Wild.
Yeah.
and then parang,
Wild talaga.
Busuanga, Mark, saan to?
So in the airplane, hindi ko pa rin alam kung saan pupunta. Kahit alam ko
even
na
though it was Busuanga.
siya. I'm so sorry.
Ayun. So,
Bad with geography.
Clueless.
Yeah. So that was that's how it happened. But maybe you can tell the up whatever the other stuff.
Yeah, so the theme is up. Yung
I cried in
Pixar.
that movie.
Ay, first 5 minutes you cried. First 5 minutes. Hassle. Wala pang ending. Iyak ka na. Kakainis. And it's not what you expect. So, that's his proposal. So, we were in that beautiful island.
Then he prepared a lot of different things. A chef who prepared food for us, just the two of us. May nag-serenade pa. And then he rented a place where he set up na parang up. And through geek fashion, he proposed via PowerPoint.
Yes.
No!
Technically, keynote.
Yeah, actually. Keynote. Okay. Yeah, so doon siya nag-propose with the background music.
With the up balloons.
With the up balloons and yung ring na nasa up balloons. Na stick balloons para hindi lumipad yung ring. Kasi delikado mahal yun, diba?
That's awesome.
Wait, so Reese, you're a successful career woman and maraming nagsasabi na kapag ka daw, I have a question for both of you that will echo the questions of our viewers, Nox. So, yun nga, there's that option, you need to make a decision between your career or your love life. And it seems that you were able to do both. Would you have advice on or how are you able to do that? Is it because you chose someone who's in your field, so it's medyo assured ka of the same values? And then for Mark, para may panahon ka mag-isip. Okay. You've been married for 3 years, yet Reese says that you still celebrate or you have surprises on every milestone of your relationship. Do you believe in wooing or courting your wife or someone you've been with constantly, even though sobrang sanay na kayo sa isa't isa? And what value does it bring for both of you?
Okay.
I have time too.
Yeah, now you have time. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're just really lucky that we were able to find each other in the same industry, the same career, with the same values. But I think you should always look for a partner like that anyway. So, sana you always find yourself in that situation.
In what priority? So there's career, there's values, and there's, what was the other one?
In this,
something, values first. Definitely values first. We discuss our non-negotiables. I think every person has like a list of non-negotiables. In the beginning, it's very superficial when you're in high school.
Right.
May listahan ka, kailangan 5'7", mga ganyan. At least
kailangan may
ganito.
kotse.
Ayoko nang kailangan yung kotse ganito. Oo, yung mga ganon, diba? Those are your...
Ayaw na. Given naman siguro yun.
Oo, so
Mayroong nagtitiis
Oo naman.
Totoo yan. Okay, so...
True love. So, so you have non-negotiables. And I realized my non-negotiables very early on, I think, because of the exposure in different communities. So I knew it was love for God, love for country, integrity. Those are the things that I really treasure. So,
macho ni Mark, grabe!
So, ganon. So, parang kapag mabait sa So, pag for example, mabait sa harap ng maraming tao. Pero, kapag dating sa bahay, sa mga, masungit, or sa sarili mong the people who serve you, and then you're rude or you're mean, then it's not a show of integrity. It's not a show of who you really are.
Authenticity.
Different hats, no?
Yeah, and you can see that early on. You really can. As in those little signs, you can see that. So I'm lucky that same values, same career almost, path, and same industry. But yeah. So hindi ko kailangan i-compromise. I mean, I knew I wanted to do a lot of things in my life. I just knew that with him I could do more of it.
Yeah, that's nice. Miyak.
So their values now, values-based, and then Mark.
So, well, una, yung caveat is, sweater no, because Reese is really not what you would call high maintenance. Kasi she's really, alam mo yun very, ano ba yan? Talagang cowgirl, diba? I mean, hindi maarte, all of that. But, alam mo yun, parang, anyway, doesn't like a lot of material things, basically. But I don't think that's a reason not to enjoy or celebrate. So parang, I guess, special people need to be treated specially, in a special way. And so parang, I think that's where it comes from. It's fun and it's nice na parang at least we're able to celebrate these little things.
So you'd recommend that to other men?
Yeah, it should. I mean, parang, diba, otherwise...
I'll give you my husband's number.
I'll give you my boyfriend's number also.
They should watch the show. Yan.
Is it because you guys work together? You're both in rags to riches. Is that hard? Because there are some people who say don't ever work together.
Okay.
It's even we answer this together.
Okay.
It's what? Sorry.
It's even a corporate
Sige.
policy.
Yeah. Sige, we answer together. One, two, three. Yes. It's
Okay.
hard because
It's hard.
and like Rags to Riches is close to both our hearts. We
Yeah.
started it together, and there are lots of different things happening on the ground, and we both want to do something about it.
Right.
And we have different perspectives. So the only times we would argue, and we don't argue a lot, is just because of work. It's just because of
Yeah,
Rags to
that's
Riches.
actually
So so we decided to set dates to actually meet for work and not do it
Galing.
like
Sorry,
the house.
Ah,
Formalize
yeah.
it. This is a meeting. This is about work.
Yes, kasi, well, I learned my lesson the hard way.
Yes, he did.
But basically kasi parang, to be honest, kasi parang ako, like, I can turn it on and parang work mode and then turn it off
Yeah.
and then I'm like back to
Yeah.
husband, darling mode, diba?
Yes.
And it's like,
Hindi ko kaya yun.
wait,
Ako
nagde-debate pa
din.
tayo eh.
Saka parang, wait, naiinis pa ako. Kasi
But
sinabi ko,
I'm like,
hindi na-
okay, alright. But yeah, and so parang we really had to learn as well how to, parang, at least with, on that kind, the common work which is R2R, to really put like some
Yeah.
boundaries.
Yes.
But parang we can talk a lot about a lot of work-related stuff, pero kumbaga not that kind lang
Yeah.
directly. Parang, and we would get along.
It's important rin, I guess, to remember na hindi tayo magkaaway. Magkakampi tayo. I can relate with the setting boundaries because my husband and I are also in a similar field, in the same field. And then ganyan nga. Okay, tas meron kaming mga activities na partners yung corporation, yung organizations namin. And we would say, okay, I'm telling you this as kunyari nagda-drive, tas quiet. Okay, may kukwento ako sa'yo. Pero kukwento ko sa'yo to as your wife, ha? Or mami. Okay, ito na yung opinion ko as a working partner. Para alam mo kung kailan na wala lang, nag-express ka lang ng kung ano-ano mong thoughts.
Exactly.
So, ang tingin mo sa akin.
Okay, here's a question. My best friend, if you can give an advice because you obviously have a very happy relationship, my best friend is the one, but he doesn't like me at all.
Wow.
What do I do? What does he do? Mali. What does he do?
I shocked to see that I'm
What do you do? Ano gagawin ko?
Mahirap pilitin eh. I mean, yun lang. I mean,
Sobrang hirap pilitin. And it's easy to get into that trap that you feel so compatible. You feel like you're going to have a happy life with this person because best friend mo siya. But if it's not there, it's not there, or it's not there yet. So you may compromise something that's already actually quite beautiful, which is a friendship that could last forever. And that's always the fear, diba, of confronting it.
I'm a big fan na...
But it's hard.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I'm a big fan of hindi dapat pilitin.
Yeah.
But kumbaga, the flip side of it naman, if you are in love and married to your best friend, that's the best thing in the world, diba? So I think that's our situation, diba?
Kailangan ibalik sa atin.
I mean, sorry, what I mean lang is, sorry. What I mean lang is, dapat wag pilitin. So, I'm so sorry if that's the situation.
Okay lang, ibalik sa inyo.
Pero,
moment ni Mark,
parang, wag pilitin. Alam mo yun? If it will unfold, it will unfold.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced that na gusto mo yung kaibigan mo?
Ako, yes.
And then what did you do? Kasi parang dito question eh.
Oo nga. Hindi naman. Okay.
Naging jowa ko siya and then we had a terrible, terrible breakup in Boracay. Wow.
In a very
Okay, that person can figure this out.
We didn't talk for 2 years and now we're friends again.
Okay.
Like, we can watch movies together.
Are you still best friends? Or?
No, we're definitely not best friends anymore. But we're okay.
Me kasi I don't believe, I don't believe in compromising the friendship if it's really best friends. Unless it's wanted by both. Only because, yun nga, like Reese said, nasasayahan ako. And sometimes kasi nadadala lang sa emotions, lalo na pag girl, parang feeling mo, yun na yun. But, diba, love is more than just an emotion. Yeah.
Love is more than just an emotion. Ang bigat magbitaw ni Lintin. Our next question is, my parents don't like my partner, but I am set on being with her. What should I do?
Whew, that's another tough one.
Doctor lang pala.
Oh my God!
Go, Anna.
Kayo na. Take it away.
Lahat ng examples, ilan ba ang never mind? Si Anna pala yung nagta-tweet sa akin.
Ano ang pause? na pala. Okay.
Sa akin, quick lang. Kasi I think, before I used to think about you and me against the world is very romantic. But now that I have a really good relationship with my in-laws, since it's so unbelievably good, na parang, hindi ko inisip yun kasi nanonood ako ng mga Filipino teleseries. Hindi ganun talaga. So, yeah, and even my own experience in my relatives, ibang-iba. So now that I have a really good relationship, it really matters a lot. It really strengthens your relationship. I don't think it will be, parang it should be a factor to leave someone. But it really helps to have a great support system behind you. Like, your family is behind you somehow.
Yeah, of course.
But it's really hard. Lalo na pag it's a cultural thing or it's a cultural thing.
Parang ang lalim nung iniisip ni Mark.
Oo nga, Mark. What do you
Magtanan
think?
kayo. Just kidding. Seriously, baka naman you can share with your parents the good you see in the person. And parang try to at least build a case. Kasi who knows, diba? Who knows? But diba, parang I'm sure you see something in that person. And I guess it's worth a shot to get your parents to see that side. But parang mahirap na dapat the onus should be on yung may magulang na may ayaw.
The ano,
Yeah,
sorry.
the owner.
The onus. Yeah.
Ano yung onus?
Which you probably should, ano.
The
Kailangan yun ng
pressure
caption
or
sa
the
baba.
trabaho niya.
Yeah, trabaho niya yun.
Trabaho niya.
Yeah, I've encountered some na parang naging trabaho nung other party
To please.
which is gonna be so stressful.
It's gonna be so hard.
It's so, it's bad. Dapat nga.
Yeah, the onus.
The onus.
The onus. O-N-U-S.
Kala ko owner eh.
Ako may access. Sabi ni Sherry, di ba club yun?
Or pa nga yung sabi na.
Oh my goodness! Okay. Opus yun, my dear.
So yun daw, kapag ka kunyari your parents don't like the partner you're with, it should be your responsibility to explain, una sa lahat, explain what it is you see in your partner. Kasi, tsaka hindi siguro dapat yung emotional na, mahal ko talaga.
Yes,
Yeah,
hindi.
yeah.
Parang telenovela. Hindi yun, Bebo.
Kasi
That's why it didn't work out.
Kasi parang nakakawala rin siguro nga ng credibility on your partner. Ay talaga, pag magmamahalan kayo, hindi mo sa akin ma-explain ng maayos kung bakit siya. So yun, responsibilidad mo daw yun i-explain.
I have a question. Is there something you know now na you'd like to tell your single selves?
That's a good one.
Ano, isagot ka rin.
Go.
I'm not married, so...
No, even for
no?
those in happy relationships.
Yeah.
I don't think everyone's for marriage. Diba? So,
Yeah.
I grew up very angsty. I mean, yung high school days. Pero parang, I guess, parang you can reach a certain level, parang things are in place and that you can be very, very happy with your partner, with your work, with your life, and everything. So parang, I think that's something na parang you could never imagine you would reach a state that of, I guess, the closest thing to bliss.
Yeah.
So siguro you'll tell your younger self
Yeah.
na relax up.
Yeah,
Na, wag
yeah.
masyadong...
So parang okay maging angsty. I mean, it's where you get a lot of fuel from when you're growing up. Pero parang at a certain stage, meron kang maaabot na masaya-masaya ka.
Cute.
Mine, it's it'll come from my favorite quote na hindi ko ma-quote kung sino yung taong nag-quote nun. But I'm sure I can find it later. Oo nga, dahil mo alam eh. So, parang when I look back and ang dami ko kasing napagdaanan. Like, even if I'm very young, ang dami napagdaanan ng relationships, different experiences. And there are times when I'm really unsure of a person, I'm unsure of myself. And there's this quote that says, one day you look back and realize why it never worked out with anyone else. So, when you think of that, and I used to think of that when I was younger. It actually didn't work. I think when we were younger, when we're in a relationship, or we're not, we're single and we're thinking about if we're ever gonna get married or if we're ever gonna be in a relationship, it's a different situation. Kahit anong advice na ibigay mo, iba yung reaction. But if I could go back, I'll tell myself that. And if it's myself, I'm sure naman she'll freak out at first kung bakit ako nandun. Yeah. And pangalawa, she'll believe me because I experienced it na.
ikaw, may gusto kang i-share.
Okay lang.
Where did that question come from?
Okay, now we're gonna play a game.
Okay.
So this is Name That Tune, pero humming. And this is again Me, Mark, we're part of Team New Media Factory, and then Reese will be the singer or the hummer for Team Coffee Break. Okay?
For those of you who don't know, Reese used to win singing competitions.
Yes, to the tune of
You got the short end of the stick, Anna.
Her winning song, Bituing Walang Ningning.
Correct.
When you were how old?
Mga 7. Yeah. So, to the tune of, ito yung mga winnings ko, to the tune of 100 pesos. So, first prize na yun, guys, from our parish.
Okay, so then you're gonna be the timer.
Okay.
Okay, Reese, you can start.
Okay.
And then if
Wait,
you...
so ako lang yung teammate ni Reese?
Hindi, ako rin.
I guess.
Habang nagta-time ka.
Oo.
Okay.
Multitasker.
Okay, so paano ba yung mechanics? We guess, may stealing?
You're my... Hindi, walang stealing. You're
Okay.
my...
Iikot yung chair mo.
The boys. So we're the team and they're the team.
Okay, so 1 minute.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Go.
go.
Ready.
So, pwede ako maging vague sa tune ko.
Bilisan
Yung guess
mo.
niyo, okay.
Ay, hindi.
Ikaw lang.
Wala nila.
Actually, tinatakpan ko from him. Nakita niyo ba?
Pwede ba kami
Hindi.
Sila lang, diba?
Go! Wait lang, hindi ko alam tong kantang.
Okay, next. Here.
Kasi hindi ko alam kung sino yung version yan. Okay.
Moment I wake.
Yes!
I say, wait, teammate ka namin. I say, let's pray for you. Go next.
Okay, next. Ano ba naman
Okay, yan.
ito?
Pwede na. May 1 point na kayo.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a terrible game.
My goodness. Okay.
Sorry, I'm not auditory at all.
It's okay. Ito na. Okay.
Sana maulit muli. Ay, hindi.
Yes.
Sana yun ka lang.
Okay. Yes.
Good job. Okay. Yes.
5 seconds.
5 seconds? Okay.
Ikaw!
Hindi ko to alam.
Against all odds.
Wala na, tapos na.
Walang laman.
Okay, may 2 points na yung Team Coffee Break. Are you ready?
Reese!
Mag-amor ikaw, Anna.
Ako mag-ako.
Ano gagawin ko?
sige.
I-fake ko
Sige,
yung
sige,
tono.
sige.
Hindi,
Go,
wala ko
Mark.
pa.
Go, Mark. Ikaw na.
Wag!
Galingan mo, ha? Kompleto na.
Guys, mananalo kayo kung
Sige,
si
go,
Mark.
go, Anna.
Sige,
Mas
ready?
magaling akong manghula.
Ada, please.
Ready, set, go.
We've only just begun.
Yes!
Wala ka mag-guess! Ay, sandali. Sila pala yung...
Yes!
Yes!
My goodness.
May words eh.
My gosh!
Yes!
Ba't ang dami nyo? Ang dami nyo eh.
Hindi na kayo.
Oh my God.
Tagalog?
I know this.
I know that song.
Yes! The way you look today.
Yes!
Uh,
Yes, Team Coffee Break.
Ilang minutes na?
Wala na.
Coffee break.
10 more seconds.
Ay, sorry,
Okay.
Team New Media.
Got this.
Place in Love.
Yes!
May ganun pa siya, Christina.
I really okay. Okay, you have another chance to catch up.
Okay.
But we have
Okay.
1,
Bilisan ko na.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Now that
You
I know
have
it's
2 points.
pabilisan.
Okay,
go.
ready, set, wait lang. Ready, set, go. Ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na, ta-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na.
No?
Ano ba yun? Alam mo yun?
Okay, alam mo.
Alam niyo na yun.
Ta-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na.
I see your eyes in the morning
Yeah,
sun.
Yes! Kinanta mo na yung buong kanta.
Hot lark. Yun. Lurkay.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na-na.
In this world, bakit nakikita ko?
Nagsasound na ako na to si Lynn eh.
Forget me,
Wala yung title.
Hindi to name the lyrics.
Wala yung
Bigyan lang namin kayo extra one, no?
Okay, the other song,
naman, by
the
the
other
way.
song was Let's Stay Together.
Yes.
What's that?
Oh my
I'm
God.
so in love with you. Anyway, so I guess Team
Wow.
New Media Factory
Yes.
wins.
kayo. Ang dami niyo.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Is there anything you want to share, like an event that's coming
Ako may
up?
gusto ko i-share. Joke.
Something you'd like to promote.
Yeah, so Ragstars is opening its first store in Darieta 4. Yes.
Cheers.
Are you inviting us?
Yeah, to the launch.
Of course, yes, you're all invited. All your ilang viewers? Sabi mo 10.
10.
All the 10
Plus
viewers
10.
are invited.
Minus my mom.
All the viewers are invited. We're going to announce it via Twitter and Facebook. So follow us on Twitter. It's R2R Eco Style. Wow, nakalimutan. And in Facebook, it's Ragstars Inc. So like us there, and we'll keep you posted.
Okay, great. That's it.
And you,
That's what we want to announce.
anything?
That's it.
That's
I mean,
it.
our Ragstars.
How about on relationships? What's your last advice?
Last words.
Find the one. Parang
Or let the
made the
one
Matrix.
Okay.
Ako, love right. No.
Yun
Dapat
lang.
few words.
Ba, ikaw ba yung guest?
Ako wait. Hindi nyo na-edits. Ako yung guest.
Okay, so thank you again for joining
Okay.
us. And thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Alright.
Bye!
Bye.